it was really the only acceptable shirt choice for this review. Hey guys, it's Holly, aka Pot of Minifig Pals, and today we are going back to my dark ages in 2015 to take a look at what is probably one of my top 3 Lego sets of all time. So if you're new to this channel, you probably don't know that I'm a massive fan of the live action Scooby Doo movies. In particular, the 2002 one. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I have a lot of nostalgia for that film. I know the CGI is bad, I know the story's not the best, but I love it so much. I also loved watching Scooby Doo Zombie Island when I was younger, and I'd watch the cartoon whenever it was on TV. I love Scooby Doo. So much so that I even drew a picture. I taught myself how to do digital art so that I could make this, and then I made it into a shirt because there was no Scooby Doo merchandise. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it if you couldn't tell. So of course, with all of my love for Scooby Doo as a franchise, when Lego announced that they were doing Scooby Doo sets in 2015, I freaked out. Even though I was in my dark age, I was still keeping up with like Lego news and like seeing all the announcements and things like that. And I knew when I saw this series, I wouldn't be able to pass it up. Now, at the time this was released, I was in high school, didn't have a lot of money on my hand, and was extremely embarrassed to be seen with Lego. But despite all that, I still went to the stores and I picked up the Mystery Machine and the Spooky Castle. And I bought both of those sets because, like a lot of people, I wanted the entirety of Mystery Inc. But hands down, this little van is one of my favorite things that Lego's ever done. I love this little set so much, so I thought I would share it with you all today and let you know my thoughts and opinions of it. Now, when this set was released, it cost $30 US, and I'm pretty sure it was 45 or 50 Australian. This set has 301 pieces, and guaranteed when you're buying this set, you are buying it for the van and for Fred. Like quite a few Lego sets, this was one that completely shot up in value. It is a very pricey set to get your hands on these days. I love the film so much that when I recently went to Warner Brothers Movie World on the Gold Coast, which is an Australian theme park, and I saw that the ride was closed, I took this photo. So here is the Mystery Machine. This is set 75902. As you can see, it also comes with a little tree. Most people don't really focus on that, and I mean, you can't blame them. The Mystery Machine is clearly the main attraction here, but first let's take a look at the minifigures, starting off with the exclusive Fred. So starting off, we have Fred, and he is exclusive to the set and is one of the main reasons a lot of people purchase this besides the Mystery Machine itself. Now, he does come with this little newspaper which says The Daily Blabber on it. This piece is also exclusive to this set, and it basically documents the entire story of the set, saying Tree comes to life, and it's got a picture of some sort of ghost or zombie. I really like it. I think it looks pretty cute, but let's take a look at Fred properly on his own. Now, while Fred looks extremely accurate, he's definitely one of the most plain figures we've gotten out of the entire Mystery Inc., and the back of mine's a bit dirty there. But to me, it doesn't really matter because you can't really do too much else with Fred. It captures his character perfectly. He doesn't have any detailing on his pants or his jumper or anything like that. He's got his really nice orange ascot on and a really great hairpiece. I think they captured his hair perfectly. I even think his face is really good, even though it is a bit plain. Definitely, once again, captures the character perfectly. He also has an excellent screaming alternate face, which looks really good too. Next up, we have Shaggy, and just like Fred, he's very accurate but kind of very plain. Although unlike Fred, he's got dual molded arms, so that definitely does look a lot better. I love the hairpiece they made for Shaggy. I think it looks spectacular, and I love the design on his shirt as well, how they've just got the creases on the back and the front. His face also captures the character perfectly. Even the movie Shaggy, I feel like you could use this face for if they ever did do sets on that film. I really don't think they do, but I really hope one day at least someone submits an ideas project or something like that. And this version of Shaggy also does have a sad looking alternate face. I really wish there was like an extreme scared expression in this set to match Fred's. I'm pretty sure there is a Shaggy with a face like that. Unfortunately though, it is not included in this set. Shaggy is included in every single Scooby Doo set as well, along with Scooby Doo himself. And while technically not a minifigure, I'm going to count him anyway, and that is Scooby Doo. And this version of Scooby Doo is the one where he is standing on all 4 legs. They had 2 molds for this character, one standing up and one sitting down. The sitting down variant of Scooby Doo came in 2 sets and the Dimensions pack, which is where I got this one from, but here is the one standing on 4 legs. This version of Scooby Doo also has a very scared, jittery expression on the face. Now, as I bought this set first, I was kind of disappointed that he didn't just have a plain face. That kind of really distracted it for me, although I did get a second set where he does have a plain face, so looking back now, it's nice to have a different variant of that. I think they nailed the Scooby Doo mold. I love the way it looks. It captures the cartoon and the character perfectly. He's a very iconic character as well, you can't deny. I especially love the little printing on his collar. That looks spectacular. And lastly, we have a generic generic zombie. I do like this figure, although I wish it was one of the more iconic, well-known Scooby Doo villains. Like in the Spooky Castle, we have the Dark Knight ghost, we have a vampire, we have a regular ghost. I feel like they could have done one of the popular Scooby Doo zombies. As someone who loved watching the Zombie Island movie when I was younger, I wish they'd done a version of that as this zombie. But either way, I think the figure does look really nice and it suits the scene well. Now, you know, I know, and Lego all know that people aren't buying this set for this tree, but it's nice that they threw it in as a little additional side build and extra. I really like the design of this tree. I think it looks really good and it turned out really nicely. I also love getting these giant green leaf pieces. Once I'm done with this review, I'm going to take this tree apart again, put it back in a Ziploc bag, but I'll take these leaves out and use it for my Hogwarts mock. Now, it is a very short tree as well, as it's supposed to be more of a robot than an actual tree. I really like this sticker on the front as well. That's just using one of those half cylindrical pieces, and I think it looks really good and really effective. I love the print on that. And then at the back, you have a little yellow gem with a little control panel as well, where the zombie is supposed to be standing in front of it and basically controlling the tree, which is why his arms move, and you can also move the branches at the top here. If you look closely as well, the mystery machine is printed on this sticker. It looks really cute, and I love the way that turned out as well. Although I doubt you'd be able to reuse it for too much else. Here's a better look at the tree's detailing as well. As you can see, there are some eyes hanging inside the tree. Then you've got the tree's green beady eyes itself, plus all these nice swirling details. Then we have the only thing I really care about in this set, just like a lot of other people, and that is the mystery machine itself. And I love it. The build of this is spectacular. It looks so accurate to the films as well, and you can even fit up to 3 minifigures in the front. Admittedly, they're not going to be sitting down, but you can put Velma, Daphne, and Fred all in the front. That's how I personally have it displayed on my shelf. And then you can fit Scooby Doo and Shaggy in the back. So just looking at the exterior, there is a lot of stickers in this set. I do wish every piece was printed. Unfortunately, not. The hubcaps on the wheels are printed, and this round piece on the front as well is all printed, but everything else in this set is a sticker. These stickers on the side especially were really hard to line up. And if you look closely, you can see mine are slightly wonky, although even though I stuffed up one of them, I wanted them to match perfectly in the middle, which is where I lined it up. Same with these ones. I put these two pieces side by side and made sure that little black line lined up, and that's how I got it looking. I think it's pretty good, so yeah, I'm gonna say it looks good. I also like how they printed the door handle on rather than having a working door. I mean, I guess some people could complain about that. Personally, I think this would look better than having a door because all of Lego's doors are very flat, whereas the bottom of this car is very rounded in. It dips into the middle like an unusual van. This windscreen piece at the front is completely separate to anything else, though I don't know why you would ever really want to pull that off. And then the rest of the roof is one connected built piece. I love how they have the roof racks at the top as well with this flex tubing. That looks really nice. I often find that this green plate does get stuck to it. At the back of the van, there isn't really any detailing, which is a shame. I feel like they could have put one sticker here or up here or something like that. I get having nothing on the blue as these are all slope pieces. I don't think it would stick down very well. It would peel off. Although it would be nice to have like the mystery machine number plate on that piece as well. Then you can slide these doors up, and as you can see, there are more stickers on the wall here, and you have the back of the mystery machine. At the back of the van, we have a little camera hanging up on the wall as well as a little flashlight, and then you move down a bit more here and you'll see a massive sandwich or a burger, as well as a zombie tracker panel, which looks really nice. I love the sticker print of that. You can also see that the sandwich is sat on top of a sink. I don't know why they decided to place it here. I think it does block off a lot of the sink, although it does work pretty nicely. You can still fit Scooby Doo in the center, which is why there are all these white jumpers here. On the other side, you have a stovetop with all of these round cylindrical tile pieces and another one of these tracking panels. This time it's some sort of scanner with some orange dots on it. Then you have one of those old school tape deck style pieces here and another tiled piece which adds to some sort of like seat or step, but you can't really put any minifigures down there. On the right hand side of the van, you have this sticker right here which has a bunch of little notes as well as a Polaroid of some minifigure. I can't really tell what that is in particular though. And then on the other side, you have a picture of a zombie, another little note, as well as some other Polaroids. Now, because of all the jumpers in the middle, it is really easy to stick Scooby Doo in there, and he sits perfectly in the middle of the truck. You can have them either facing that way, and you will be able to see his head through that little window there, or you can turn him round facing the back like I usually do. Now, typically, you are supposed to have Fred sitting down driving the mystery machine like so, and in that case, it does look really good. There is quite a lot of space, though, between the windscreen and the top of the car, which, in my opinion, is very handy because it means you can have 3 figures in the front standing up. So I'm going to show you how I managed to fit all 5 of Mystery Inc. inside this car. Here is the van with all of Mystery Inc. in it. Now, as you can see, these figures are now standing up. So that extra height at the front of the van does come in handy because that means you can now fit all 3 of the figures in here. And to me, it doesn't look too bad either. Of course, the steering wheel might be a bit low, but you can raise that up with an additional plate if you really want to. To me, it doesn't really bother me, so I'm not going to do that. But basically, Daphne, Velma, and Fred are all just standing up in the van. Velma is at the studs at the back, that way she can fit in, and none of their heads are disrupting the roof in any way. The roof still fits flush, all the figures fit in there really nicely. In the back, it is definitely a bit more cramped, but Shaggy and Scooby still do fit in there. To make them fit perfectly, I stick Scooby Doo off one of those jumpers, so he's kind of one pushed forward. That way you can put Shaggy in these little 2 stud gap thing here next to this little panel. So that is the entire set, and I think for its original retail value, this set is so good. This set was definitely a must-buy for me, and I'm so glad I bought it when I did because of its rise in price these days on the secondhand market. It's nuts. The build of the van, while not technically minifigure scale, I think is perfect. The fact that I can fit all 5 members of Mystery Inc. in the van without having to move anything around or mod anything is amazing. The only downside for me is how long it takes to apply those stickers to the outside because you need it to line up perfectly. I also wish that the zombie had a bit more printing, maybe some like ripped pants or something, but otherwise he's pretty good, and I love that little tree build as well. It was really nice of them to include that. So if you are looking to buy this set and manage to find a really good deal on it, don't hesitate. I would snatch this up immediately. I really love it, and it makes such a great display piece as well. The mystery machine just looks spectacular. It's very iconic. People know and recognize it instantly. You can't go wrong. Let me know as well if you would like me to review the Mystery Mansion set with Daphne and Velma. I have all the sets sorted out. I just need to rebuild it, so I can do that if you would like to see a review on it. And otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below. And until next time, I'll see you later.